Welcome back to another video. Back to back tonight. Dr. Dan. We're going to be covering the Fremantle strategic plan. I think there was one released today, or the game plan, or let's have a quick look what it is. Unveiled 2030 game plan at annual members meeting. Now, while that happens, I'm going to quickly run through the last one that they made from 2021 to 2025. Thanks to some guy that I had found posted it on Facebook. So the football goals was at least one premiership, AFL and AFLW. This is off the back of when AFLW team had just been robbed of their shot at a premiership when they just cancelled the 2020 season when they were looking really good, and COVID. Notes on that result to date, 0, not even close. And on current form, there's no prospect. This was done 30 weeks ago. At least 3 top 4 finishes, only came close once in 2024, losing our final 4 games. This was done 30 weeks ago, so there was a chance. They got pretty close this year, actually. Just 16 wins does it most years. And then the other ones were members, 80,000. We're at 56,000. The notes here were only 70% of the objective during a time when Eagles are on the nose. Not my words. 50,000 average attendance at Optus. We're currently averaging 46,000, but then again, the jump, they thought that was going to be bigger. And 6,000 average attendance at Fremantle Oval. That, to me, is there's no way the girls are getting 6,000 a game. The league's being watered down too much, and all the good players want to go to North Melbourne because North Melbourne are good. So let's get in to see what this new one from Simon Garlick says. With a whole new blueprint announcing their 2030 game plan. I'm going to read it to you, whatever. The Fremantle Dockers will kick off 2026 under a new whole-of-club blueprint announcing their 2030 game plan at the club annual members meeting on Tuesday at Optus Stadium. The 2030 game plan sees the club move towards a disciplined, process-driven model designed to deliver sustained AFL and AFLW premiership contention. It marks Fremantle's next evolution following the conclusion of its 21 to 25 strategic plan, which delivered 7 of 13 public targets, including building $6 million in net cap reserves, while simultaneously investing $6 million in upgrading, achieving 150,000 annual participants across, recording an 85% staff engagement score, placing the club alongside, I don't really know, staff engagement score. I'd like to think that your staff are engaged in their jobs. Regardless, I would probably be aiming for 100%. I don't even know what that means. The club and Fremantle CEO Simon Garlick acknowledged the unmet premiership and membership growth of 2025. We exist to win premierships. Well, I'm starting to feel like we don't. It's been a long, hard journey. The next phase of our journey is about alignment, discipline, and daily behaviours that will put us in position to consistently contend. I just want to see us win. Really, I really would love to just see us win. Okay, the 2030 game plan is not about declarations. It's about building a club capable of sustained success on and off the field and for our members and community. Wouldn't this have been the better one to do last time? At the core of the club's new game plan are 6 strategic battlegrounds, which are priority focus areas for the next 5 years. Sustained football contention. Fremantle will continue to sharpen its coaching, list management, and high-performance frameworks to embed consistency year on year. The aim is not a single breakthrough season, but a program built on. Oh my God. This, to me, sounds like they made the declarations last time It didn't happen. They faced public ridicule, and now they've gone into just this. What is it? It's basically just PR rubbish because they had to come out and say something like that. It smells of the opposite of having balls. Like, should have just doubled down, mate. I mean, if we don't win one by 2030, you're going to be gone. So you may as well double down. Um, that's annoying. The fact that to sharpen this, it's coaching, list management, and high performance frameworks works to embed consistency year on year. The aim is not a single breakthrough season, but a program built to contend across multiple cycles. Oh, destination Freo. Let's move on. The club will accelerate its standing as a destination for the best talent, both playing and professional, anchored in culture, leadership, and purpose, not just contracts. Now, I agree. I like the players. I think a lot of them are good. I like the culture that we have. Well, actually, no. I like some of the culture that we have. Um, I feel that the one that's about destination Freo. Okay, I think I spend most of my time up forward. I think I play a pretty similar role with a few centre bounces here and there. Murphy read on where he'll play. One Freo family, recognising the strength of its passionate supporter base. Fremantle would deepen member relationships and expand pathways for fans across Western Australia, including multicultural communities. Or, like, what does that mean? Will deepen member relationships and expand pathways for fans across Western Australia. What does that mean? That's very vague. That could be pretty much worded every single thing. So in the next 5 years, they cannot be pointed at and be like, well, you didn't do what you said you were going to. This is the biggest load of PR wank I've ever seen. The remaining battlegrounds, power and partnership, financial strength, and data and tech transformation complete the cross-collaboration focuses for the club and reflect its growing capability to influence the competition, build a resilient financial model, and modernise experiences for members and fans. Garlick said the game plan represents a more sophisticated whole-of-club operating model compared to the previous plan's vertical pillars. This plan cuts across departments and pulls the entire organisation into the same direction. We've built a stronger financial base, invested in elite facilities, and added capability in areas like data and technology. We're now bringing it all together, and 4 years after our original plan, with 4 more years of experience into our player group and everything like this, and now we're backing away from the statements of saying we're going to win a premiership with either the AFL or the AFLW, and we're going to make the top four this many times. This reeks of fear. It's reeks of fear. He was scared because of what he put out last time, and someone's gotten in his ear and said, let's go a little bit lighter this time. That is the most open-ended statements. Okay. So if you've read the About Me, I've been following these guys now since 1997. And you get a lot of people out there, a lot of other channels, and a lot of other fans that think that they always see the bright side. Like, yep, no, we're going to win it this year, and we're going to do this. I thought that for the first 15 years of my following the Dockers. And one thing I noticed, and back on the culture, don't get me wrong, I love my team. But our culture is when the big moments are there to stand up, it hasn't happened. It has not happened yet since 1995. There's not been enough people stand up enough across an entire season to get what the other clubs have. And this here, to me, again, is our CEO. He's not standing up. He has put out a game plan which is so broad that it doesn't matter what we do over the next from 2026 to 2030, that they can't turn around and say, I've ticked these boxes. It's very similar to the company that I work for, where it's just so open-ended, it's just to cover your ass. And that's weak. Like, look at this. I didn't see this before. Pinned by our anchors. Club first. What's best for the club comes first always. What about fighting for your fans? That would be good for the club. Genuine relationships are a competitive edge. Is it? So let's go fight for this ball. Let's go and hit the pack, but we've just got to get to know each other first before we do it. No. If you're wearing purple, go get the ball. Look after your teammate. Block him. Premiership standards. We push ourselves and each other to be elite. How about we push ourselves and each other to win a premiership? And authentic, our words and actions align with who we are and what our club represents. Best self, bring your strengths, own your shadows, help others to thrive. Yeah, look, I don't know, you could probably tell. I'm not a fan. Not a fan of that at all. I was feeling pretty good going into 2026, but after reading that, yeah, I think they have chosen a very weak, coward's way of putting their next 5 years under scrutiny. Anyways, I'm going to end that there because I'll just keep covering the same thing over and over again. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section if you've made it this far. Jump on, give a like, subscribe. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with me? Do you totally disagree with me? And let me know, because I would love some translation on what all of that means. It's yeah. Anyways, let me know. I'll be keen to read any comments that are put there. Again, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.